Yes. Okay. Already we have revised lesson 1. Yes. What is the topic of that lesson? Matter. Have you referred the book? Okay. Today we can revise the portion physical quantities and measurement. Okay. Physical quantities and measurement. Do you remember measurement? What is the meaning of measurement? It is the determination of the size, quantity or capacity. Measurement means determination of the size, quantity or capacity of an object. If we have taken one object, we have to know what is the size of this object or capacity or amount. Okay. So, this is called measurement. In our everyday life, we have to use some objects. Okay. For solid object, liquid object or anything. Okay. Heavy object, light object, liquids or anything or gases. Okay. We need to know amount. What is the quantity of object we are using or what is the length of cloth we are using. What is the quantity or capacity of an object we are using. Okay, that is the measurement. Next one is physical quantity. Physical quantity means something that can be measured. Something that can be measured. For example, length, time, temperature, mass. Okay, these are the physical quantities. Okay, these are the measurement we have to use in physical quantities. What are the physical quantities are there? Mass, temperature, time, length, density. In our next year we will study different types of physical quantities. Okay, in this class we are going to study about only length, mass, time and temperature. Okay, next one is unit. Fixed quantity used as a standard of measurement. Fixed quantity used as a standard of measurement. Listen, if we measure the table, how we will ask? What is the length of this table? Will you ask? Yes, we will say the length of table is 5 meters or 1 meter. Then what is the quantity of milk? We will say 2 liters. Yes? Okay, these are the units. See, when we measure the table using the length, okay, or otherwise using the ruler, we will use meter or centimeter. When we measure the quantity, we will use liter, milliliter, etc. Okay? When we measure the time, we will say seconds, minutes, hour. Okay, these are the units. Okay, after the measurement, after the number, we will use this units. Okay, so a fixed quantity, it will be not change the quantity. A fixed quantity used as a standard of measurement. That is called unit. Okay, for example, you should find the wrong answer here. Okay, I bought 5 milk from milkman. Listen, I bought 5 milk from milkman. Did you mention the quantity? This is 5 is the quantity. Okay, so here unit is missing. Which unit will become here? This is the milk. Okay, so liter. Okay, I bought 5 liter of milk from milkman. 5 liter of milk. Okay, this is the completed sentence. Do you understand? Okay, then when we buy the things, when we buy the rice from the shop, we will say I bought one rice from the shop. How will you read this? I bought one rice from the shop. This is the wrong answer. So I bought 1 kg of rice. Okay, 1 kg of rice from the shop. This is the correct answer. Okay, then I measured 7 cloth from the shop. 7 cloth means 7 meters of cloth. That is the correct sentence. Okay. Next one is standard units. Okay. Our people in ancient times, they used some units using our body, parts of our body. Okay, like handspan. Okay, they will measure like this: handspan, cubit, foot, pace. Okay, these are some body parts. They will be used like a units. Okay, or measurements. In different people, they will be measuring the length of their table or something. It will be different measurements. Okay, one people will be measuring this place. It will be 10 centimeter means if another people will be measured the same length, it will be different. Measurement will be 9 centimeter. Okay, so each people will be measuring their length and same object. It will be different measurement. So the people found the standard units. Okay, standard units of measurement. What is that? Centimeter, meter, millimeter, then liter, milliliter, okay, gram, kilogram, milligram. Okay, these are the some standard units of measurement. Okay, and also we have some rules how to use these SI units or standard units. It is the international level of measurement system. Okay, now we can see about some rules of SI units. Okay, first one is the full form of a unit, even one named after a person, is written in small letters. When we use the name of a person, okay, we used in units. This we have to write in small letters. For K is a small letter. We use the full form of the name. Okay. Then the symbol for a unit named after a person is written in capital letters. For example, K for Kelvin. When we write Kelvin together, we should use only the small letter. When we are using only single letter, we have to use in capital letter. Okay, these are the rules we have to use in SI units. Then next one, the symbol for a unit not named after a person is written in small letters. Example, meter or m. Listen, here we have to use the name of the units. Here we will not use not named after a person. Okay, here we are not using the name, only the unit. Here we are using the name as unit. Here we are not using the name. So we have to write in small letter, meter or m. We have to use the small letter. Here for name we should write in capital letter. Okay. Then full stop is never put after the symbol for a unit. For example, we have to don't use the dot. Listen, for example, one problem answer is 11 centimeter. This is the answer. So after the answer, we should not use dot. Okay, should not use dot. But after the sentence, we have to use the dot. For example, listen here. This is the sentence. The symbol for a unit not named after a person is written in small letters. Example, this is the sentence. Okay, so after the sentence, we have to use the dot. Okay, but after doing some problems, we will get the answer. Is it? After this answer, after the unit, we will not use the dot, full stop. Okay. Then the full form of a unit is written in plural. But symbol for a unit is never written in plurals. Listen, for example, meters. When we are writing full sentence, we have to use S, plural form. But when we are using only the letter, we should not use plural S. Okay, so we don't use this. Okay, 10 meters, don't use. But when we are writing the meters here, METRES, when we write full form, we can use S. Okay, these are the rules when we use the SI units. And also we have studied about measurement of length. What is the length? The difference between the two ends. For example, this is the line. Okay, so this is the starting line from here to here. Okay, when we have to measure, this is the distance between the two ends of an object are called length. Okay, the distance between the two ends of an object is called length. For example, this is the chalk piece. Okay, how to measure the length? This is the starting point, this is the ending point. Okay, so the distance between the object, okay, the distance between an object is called length. Now, how to measure the length? Okay, using the ruler, measuring tape, we have to use the measuring length. Before that, we know the sub-multiples of meter and multiples of meter. Okay, sub-multiples of units and multiples of units. Sub-multiples means these are the smaller units. Centimeter, meter, millimeter. Okay, these are the sub-multiples of units. Okay, what is the unit of length? Unit of common unit of length is meter. Okay, here centimeter, millimeter and meter is the sub-multiples of units. Okay, and is multiples of unit is kilometer. These are the longer units or bigger units in the measuring length. Okay, so this is the multiples of unit. These are the sub-multiples of unit. First point is we have to keep the scale or keep the ruler in parallel. Okay, we have to keep the ruler in parallel. Then keep one end of the pencil is 0 centimeter. Okay, we should coincide the pencil in start the point at 0 centimeter and it will be 12. Okay, ending point is the 12 centimeter. So first rule is we should keep the ruler in parallel. Okay, pencil and scale is in parallel. Second rule is sometimes the ruler will be end of the point or starting point is the not clearly visible or it will be chipped. Means how to measure the length? Listen, here 0, then 1, 2. We cannot take the correct reading using this ruler. Then how to keep this? Listen, when we keep here from 2, okay, from 2 it will be clearly visible. So from 2 we have to measure. One end of the pencil we should coincide in 2. So now what is the answer here? Up to 14 will be there. Okay, up to 14. So when we take the correct reading, we have to subtract the number from the clearly reading. Here we have taken from 2. So we have to subtract number 2. Okay, 2 centimeter. We will get the answer in 12 centimeter. Okay, this is the second rule. And third rule is approximate value. How will you take the approximate value? Listen here. When we use this ruler, we have to take the pencil. When we measure this pencil here, this reading is 8.8. Okay, 8.8. Then how will you take the approximate value? In this number, more than 5 or more than 5 means we have to add the number here. Okay, we have to add one number here. So now the approximate value is 9. Okay, for example, when we measure this pencil only below 5. That means 3.3. That is 3.3 or 3.4 up to 4. More than 5 or more than 5, we will add one number here, but here below 5 is there. Okay, so the approximate value is 3 centimeter. Okay, do you understand? This is the approximate value. Then when we use the measuring tape, who are they will be used? That mason, then carpenters. Okay, then those who are doing the tiles work, they will be using the measuring tape. Okay, then we have to measure the mass. We have to use some balances: beam balance, electronic balance, and physical balance. Okay, these are the instruments used to measure the mass. Beam balance. Listen here. This is the beam balance. This we have to see in the grocery shop. Okay, these are the shops we can see this. Okay, this is the in the middle. It has a pointer, and this is the horizontal beam. These are the two identical pans. Okay, listen. If the masses are same in the two pans, the pointer will be in the middle. Okay, if the height, if the mass is very height is or it is increasing the mass in this pans, the pointer will be coming this side. If the mass is increasing left side, the pointer will be moved this side. Okay, what is the principle of this? If the masses are same in two objects, the horizontal beam, it will in the horizontal beam pointer will be there. The pointer will be in straight line. Okay, so this is the principle of beam balance. Okay, next one is electronic balance. Where we will see the electronic balances? Electronic balances we will see in the jewelry shop, bakery shop. In some places nowadays we are looking the electronic balances in different places. And one is physical balance. The physical balance also working same like the beam balance. Okay, the physical balance we have to use in our lab. Okay, to measure the chemical items and small measurements. Okay, we have to use. This is the measurement of mass. Then how to measure the time? Do you know? In the midnight we have to use the time 0 hour and 0 minute. Okay, from there we have to start 0 1 minute and 2 minutes like that. Okay, so at once up to noon 12 o'clock we have to use AM in the morning. Okay, AM in the morning. In the mid of the 12 and up to noon 12 we have to use AM in the morning. And after the noon, after 12 o'clock we have to, after 12 to midnight 12 we have to use PM. Okay, this is the post meridian, this is the ante meridian. Okay, so midnight 12 to afternoon 12, noon 12 we have to use AM, and noon 12 to midnight 12 we have to use PM. Okay, in the 24-hour clock we have to see in the railway stations and airlines. Okay, so they have to use in 4-digit numbers. Okay, they have to use 4-digit numbers. This we have to use in midnight 12 o'clock. Then up to noon they have to use 12 like that. These are the 12 hours. After 12 hours they have to use 12:01. That means 12 hour 1 minute. Then 12 hour 2 minutes. Okay, up to 24 hours are there. Okay, 24 hours. In that 24 hours we have to find the time 00:00. This is the midnight of the time. Okay, midnight. This is the 24-hour clock. So here we cannot mention AM and PM. After 12 o'clock we have to find 12:01, 12:02, 12:03, 12:04, like that. Okay, then after that 1 o'clock in our 1 p.m. we have to say that 23 hours, then 24 hours. Okay, like that. We have different types of watches, different types of clocks to measure the time. Analog clock, digital clock, stopwatch. Okay, then we have to use this watch. Okay, after 12 it will be mentioned 13 hours, 14 hours, 15 hours. Okay, up to 23, 59. What is the time this? In our 12 hours clock, we have to use this 11:59 p.m. Okay, at midnight. 23 hours 59 minutes. It is in 24 hours. After this, next minute we have to find 24, but this time is 0000. Okay, after 12 o'clock we have to find the we need to change the 12 p.m. or 12 hour clock. How to write? We have to subtract minus 12. Okay, from here 13 hours. Then we have to find the 12 hour clock. What we have to do? Subtract 12 hours. So we will get 1. Okay, so now this is 1 o'clock time, 1 p.m. Okay, this is 12 hour clock. For example, this now time is 18 hours 25 minutes. This is in 24 hour clock. How to change this time in 12 hour clock? We have to subtract from 12. Okay, subtract from 12. So 5, 2, 6, yes, 0. So 6 hours 25 minutes. That means in the evening, p.m. Okay, p.m. 6:25 p.m. Do you understand this? Next one is measurement of temperature. Okay, how will you measure the temperature? Using the thermometer. Okay, when we go to the hospital, what they will do? Using the clinical thermometer, they will check our temperature. Okay, they will check our temperature. Okay, in this we have two types of temperature: clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer. Nowadays they are using the digital thermometer. Okay, the number of temperature will be visible easily. Okay, then clinical thermometer, we have to identify these readings. Okay, 95 degree Fahrenheit or 35 degree Celsius to 108 degree Fahrenheit or 42 degree Celsius. See, in the clinical thermometer we have two units. Okay, the unit of or what is the length? What is the unit of thermometer? That is the Kelvin. Okay, we have to measure this degree Fahrenheit or degree Celsius. Okay, degree Fahrenheit or degree Celsius. In that clinical thermometer, we will get two types of reading, two types of units. One is in degree Celsius and another one is degree Fahrenheit. In degree Fahrenheit, we have to mention 95 degree Fahrenheit to 108 degree Fahrenheit, and another one reading is 35 degree Celsius to 42 degree Celsius. Okay, in between 35 and 42 degrees Celsius, in between we will get our body temperature. Okay, more than 42 degree or below 35 degrees Celsius, we will not find the temperature in the clinical thermometer. And also laboratory thermometer. Okay, in that laboratory thermometer, we will find these readings: minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. We have to use this thermometer in the science lab. Okay. Next one is measuring the area. How to measure the area? Listen. For example, solid shapes. What are the shapes? Square, rectangle, triangle, sphere. Okay, these are the some items. These are the regular shapes. They have regular formulas to find the measuring areas. Okay, and also irregular shapes, how they will find the area. Using the irregular shapes, it's very difficult to find the area. For using the square centimeter grid or using the graph paper, they are measuring the area. Okay, area of irregular shapes. For example, we have to measure the area of our hand. What will you measure? Listen, this is the graph paper. Okay, each column they are mentioned 1 centimeter square. What is the unit? Centimeter. Okay, each column mentioned 1 centimeter square. When we see this, listen, first we have to count complete squares. Okay, number of complete squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Okay, then we have to add incomplete squares more than half area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 boxes. Okay, we have to add these numbers. 13 centimeter square. Okay, first we have to add the complete squares and incomplete squares more than half area. So we have to add these numbers. We will get the area of hand or area of irregular shape. Okay, and also we have learned about numerical questions. Do you remember that? Yes, we have to use some formulas. 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter, then 1 kilogram equal to 1000 gram. We have to use more formulas. Yes, you should remember that formulas, then only you can do some numerical questions. Okay, you have to try well from your home, and also you should refer lesson from 1 to 3. Okay, complete reading and write the exams well. Okay, thank you.